Hi, thank you for joining me. Today we are talking about another time management technique. This one is called the Eisenhower Matrix, also sometimes referred to as the urgent important matrix. And today we're going to talk about why it is so important for you to be using this to help you prioritize your goals so that you can succeed in your business. Stick around and let's talk about how this might be the most useful tool for you. Welcome back. We are talking about the Eisenhower Matrix, also known as the Urgent Important Matrix. What we're going to be covering in this video is what is the Eisenhower Matrix. We're going to learn briefly the history of the Eisenhower Matrix, who this time management technique would be for, the tools that you need to be effective, how you can use it, and a couple of advantages and disadvantages. So let's dig into what is the Eisenhower Matrix. This is a time management technique that you can use that is based upon prioritization so that you can determine what is truly important and urgent that needs to get done. This is using a quadrant system that determines urgency and importance based upon your goals. How did the Eisenhower Matrix get started? It is named after Dwight D. Eisenhower, who was a general in the Army and needed to prioritize the many tasks that he was responsible for each day. So he came up with this method of using quadrants to determine the most important and the most urgent things that he needed to tackle each day. This allowed him to make split-second decisions when needed. This then became known as the Urgent Important Matrix, also known as the Eisenhower Matrix. Who this time management technique works best for is those who have many conflicting priorities. If you are someone who has a hard time making quick decisions, or you need a little extra help learning where to focus your attention and energy, then this may work well for you. This is a great system to allow you to determine your time management and use it effectively to prioritize both life and business goals. What do you need in order to use this method? Really, you need a piece of paper that has the quadrants defined, a way to keep track of all of the different items that you have and which quadrant they fit into, and then either a pen or a way to record that information. How do you use the Eisenhower Matrix can really be broken down into 4 different sections: the planning phase, the prioritizing phase, the delegating and deleting phase, and scheduling. So in the planning phase, we're really trying to determine what are all the tasks that need to be done, every little thing that you need to accomplish. Prioritizing focuses on putting those into quadrants based upon the urgency and importance needed to complete the task. Once you have your quadrants figured out, there will be a section for delegating tasks as needed, or deleting and stopping the tasks that are really just taking up useless energy and time from your schedule. And then the last phase is scheduling, so doing the actual work. Having a time management technique only works if you're actually going to put in the work. One of the disadvantages to this technique is that you may find that you're not prioritizing things based on their true urgency and impact. So you have to be really honest with yourself and determine where that fits in the matrices that you put together. The ultimate goal is to really ensure that everything isn't urgent and important. You really want to make sure that you are being more proactive when using this technique versus reactive to the situation. And if you're not prioritizing things correctly, or you're constantly finding that everything falls into the urgent and important quadrant of the matrix, then this technique is probably not the best one for you. You want to make sure that you're purposeful and intentional with your time. some of the advantages that you're going to find is that it's really easy to use. It's easy to use a piece of paper to put, 2 lines across it to determine your quadrants. And you can also easily adapt as different things come up throughout the day. So you can change your priorities and you can make sure that things are moving around the quadrants as deadlines get closer if you have not gotten to those tasks yet. As you use this method, it also becomes easier. So that's another advantage to using the Eisenhower Matrix, because you will be able to quickly then determine what priority, what quadrant those tasks fall into without giving it a lot of extra thought. I threw this quick quote in here from Dwight D. Eisenhower because I think it sums things up very nicely for us. So motivation is the art of getting people to do what you want them to do because they want to do it. And this time management technique is really all about making sure that you're prioritizing things correctly in your life, both in your personal life and in your business life, to ensure that you're focusing on things that support your goals and not on the things that are really just taking up extra time to make you busy, but instead are supporting what you want to be doing and how you want to be spending your time long term. So this is my contact information. I would love to hear what you think of this method and whether or not you think the Eisenhower Matrix, Urgent Important Matrix, as it's also known, would be useful to you. Do you think you would use this? Do you think it would be too clunky? Do you think that it's too simplified? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.